That accent really comes and goes.
It does.
Boys, handle the military. Mom will be right.
That's awesome. Handle the military.
Welcome back, everyone, to another reaction. I am here with my buddy Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for joining me again. But I know you're excited. You've been saying you're pumped and ready to go for this. We got the penultimate episode and the finale to watch today.
I have been trying to avoid spoilers, even though I know it's months and months old, which is actually in a good way because they're kind of all been faded off into been buried. But there's been so much stuff I wanted to look at, but I was hesitant because I was afraid I would, uncover what was buried.
How you feeling for this series and how it's going to wrap up and where we're at now? And I'll just give it to you for a second.
I'm loving it. I cannot wait to see where this Agatha thing goes. I really don't even have an idea of what her role is in this series. Like I said, it seems like she's trying to keep status quo, but I'm not sure why. And that was such a good
She got her own theme song.
Yeah, I mean,
and she killed Sparky too. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so you just kind of think about it and smile through the week.
That's awesome.
So I'm just excited to see where this goes. And it's just hard. I'm not sure how Agatha plays into this.
Right?
Like, is she? I'm thinking maybe she's obviously a witch too. Maybe she's a less powerful witch and has kind of figured out a way to infiltrate Wanda's dream coma thing. I'm so curious about this Vision thing because of course she's got the body, but is it somehow Vision himself? Like, is she able to take something connected to the body and almost brought him back, or is this just kind of the way she remembers him and so it's not the real Vision?
Kind of like a beautiful mind thing. Is he just a figment within the reality, or?
Yeah, it's almost like her rationale has taken on the form of Vision because he's so rational. And she's trying to figure her way out of this. It's almost like, she was invaded by Agatha, and the rationale is taking the form of Vision and is trying to get her out of it. I love the way Rambo is playing into this, though. Like, her coming back into it with now powers of her own, and it makes sense kind of how she got the powers. And
right. They explained that going through the barriers, like mutating you or
so cool.
Here's the penultimate of WandaVision, previously on. Here we go. If you're ready, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Lovely to finally meet you, dear.
Is that Bunny her familiar?
Ah, nice.
Is it? Cool.
But yeah, she's a witch. She's got to have a
familiar. Yeah.
Familiar. Yep. And purple. What does that mean?
Oh, Agatha. Cool. So we get like an Agatha origin story.
Yeah, you get a little info on her.
I have not. You stole knowledge above your age and station. I did not break your rules. They simply bent to my power.
I like the reversal in the Salem witch trials. Like, your mom. I guess she's able to take this power and it won't kill her, just make her stronger. Turned her purple.
I think they made a mistake.
But it's cool. So the good witches have blue power.
Right. Damn.
Man.
Get this girl a brush. Jeez.
What was the 1800s? Get that brooch.
Where are my children?
Where are my children?
She's awesome.
That accent really comes and goes.
It does.
Didn't you notice? Basic protection spell? These are runes, Wanda. In a given space, only the witch that casts the runes can use her magic. Why do you not know the fundamentals? Oh, I was so patient. I got close with fake Pietro, if you will, but no dice.
That was you.
No, it wasn't literally me. There's transmutation.
She's teaching us everything here. This is great.
You're even running illusions miles away at the edge of town! Magic on autopilot.
What's your
It's like when she's like
secret,
recognizing her
sister?
power. She's like, I just.
Yeah.
What was it you said to your not brother?
You're not, brother.
What's the feeling?
She's gonna show her all the stuff she's kind of been
All right.
compartmentalizing.
This is a very revealing.
Hiding from.
Here we go.
Oh.
Bewitched. I love Lucy. Knock him in the middle. Right.
You pick.
My pick isn't here.
Oh.
I forgot. I put it in the special place.
Starring Dick Van Dyke. Mary Tyler Moore.
That's pretty heartbreaking.
Wanda, Julian.
There's the flashing red light. It's from a commercial. Also love it. The second they went back to this dark, like they're speaking Russian again, they went right back from. That's her comfort, man. So it's like whenever she's in.
Did you stop that bomb?
We were trapped.
For how long?
Staff.
Wanda Maximoff. Volunteer.
Doctor, with respect, not one subject has survived direct contact.
Sorry.
Asshole. We could have like turned it off.
Yeah. Was that the mother? I thought I saw a crown.
It was like a witch figure with a crown for sure.
So, little orphan Wanda got up close and. Oh, Wanda, moving on up.
It was the first home vision I ever shared.
Well, I suppose yes, I did intend to come in here.
And now,
Ow.
It is funny because of the grievous injury the man just suffered.
no, he's not really injured. It's just like this wave washing over me again and again. It knocks me down, and
Because it can't all be sorrow, can it? I don't feel the lack. It's all I've ever known. I've never experienced loss because I've never had a loved one to lose. But
Getting
what
game
is
here.
grief? If not love, persevering. Yes, it was very funny, wasn't it?
So, to recap, parents dead, brother dead, vision dead.
Right.
Tell me how you did it.
I wanted him back. I wanted him back.
One moment. I have to buzz you in.
I got it. Thanks.
I'd like to show you something.
And then you'll give him to me.
Please, just...
Vision's not a weapon. You can't do this.
In fact, it is our legal and ethical obligation.
Excuse me?
Not everyone has the kind of power that could bring their soulmate back online. Forgive me, but I cannot allow you to take $3 billion worth of vibranium just to put it in the ground.
I mean, even if it is your ethical obligation, you could have been a little more.
The best I can do
Yeah,
is let you say goodbye to him here.
He's grieving, yeah.
He isn't yours.
Damn.
I can't feel you. I can't feel you.
Yeah, I thought she hit the body with him, yeah.
That is what Hayward said. But the footage, when he showed earlier, the footage cut out, and then he used the words to say that she stole the body. It never actually showed us.
Oh. Like the town's swearing the people, yeah. Cool, the party happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is from
Vision.
Vision, yeah.
And it was in a heart.
Yeah. He had bought this to build a house for
to
her.
grow old on.
He rolled in.
For them to be married and grow old on.
Yeah.
Wanda,
Just change the aspect ratio. We're in.
welcome home.
Created them. And all of this.
You're supposed to be a myth, a being capable of spontaneous creation. Here
Spontaneous
you are,
creation.
using it to make breakfast for dinner.
Let go of my children.
Oh, yes. Your children. But that makes you the Scarlet Witch.
There is a after credit scene on this one too.
Okay. That's the first time she's been called the Scarlet Witch.
Exactly, in the MCU. Wow, wow, wow. What'd you think about this episode? This is fucking detailed.
Yeah, we found out a lot. I'm still a little bit confused with Agatha, but I feel like I have a better idea. Like,
So where are you at with her right now?
Well, I guess that theory that I had thought about, I guess the show brought me to, like, or the 5th episode, that, it was kind of a dream, but not really a dream. It's like she had, like, just created this, manifested this world.
Right.
And it's cool that Agatha seems to be just like a witch who wants to understand, like, or, like, seeks power, but like, as a student of the game, of her game. Like, she was like, it seemed like she pushed it too far. She was a little bit too curious with the other witches.
Right.
Found out, they didn't really tell us what, but she had stolen some knowledge. And,
here we go.
Sir, team is ready for launch.
When all we needed was a little energy directly from the source.
Ready, sir.
So they're gonna bring back Vision. Woo! I did not see that coming. I really did not see that coming.
Now you know where the actual body went.
Oh yeah, all of that was a huge surprise. I literally, I thought it was hilarious when, there may be in a moment that she was like moving this dead body around.
Right.
Like when he was like exploring the edges of town, like I thought there was a dead body like zooming around.
Right.
Like she'd animated a corpse.
That's right. That's exactly the good. That's a good twist, man. They did that one right, especially how they have made Hayward out to be kind of a new asshole, but kind of neutral.
Mm-hmm.
He's just doing this because he's obligated to, because he works with the agency and everything. And the way he framed everything, he showed the footage, and then the footage got staticky and cut out, and then he used his own words to say she stole the body. Therefore, throws everybody off the scent.
Yeah, no, I thought there may be something fishy with him whenever he said, "I'm not gonna give it back to the person that possibly could like put him back online or something." But it almost seemed like he was implanting. I thought he was trying to put that idea into her head.
Right.
But
many levels to it.
Maybe he was just saying like that was his idea.
Right.
I don't. It's weird. I don't know. I guess I'll find out.
Or does he somehow know the myth of the Scarlet Witch? Because those were the words that Agatha also used.
I also said, yeah.
A being capable of spontaneous creation.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what she's done. She's created this world. She's literally created Vision.
Well, my new theory now is that Wanda is just like maybe born a witch of some, like, almost like it's just a part of her, because Agatha, when she pulled her out of that one dream, she was like, you were trying to use I forget what kind of spell it was on that bomb. She's like, that was I forget what she said, but like you were using a spell. Like I don't think you knew you were doing it, but like how did you know that?
Right.
And so
like they're kind of instilling that a witch is like a power or whatever that you're born with, but apparently the way Agatha talks about it is that you have to, just like any good talent, you have to have training to make that manifest or whatever.
Yeah.
And she even said, born a witch, but didn't fizzle out, and somehow after no training you're so powerful. It's like,
unbelievable. Yeah, I like that aspect. I mean, I guess that's what I'm a little bit confused on, but I love that aspect of, is it Agatha or Agnes?
Agnes was her camouflage name, and then Agatha Harkness is who she actually is. It's Agatha all along.
Okay, yeah. I like that idea that Agatha, like I said, was like a student at the game, loved learning and like becoming a more powerful witch, and just like saw, like, oh, somebody's over here is casting power I've never seen. It seems like she just went to check it. Like I gotta like figure this out.
It's like she got a sense about her. It's like there's just some witchery going on, and I can feel that. It's like I gotta go find out, like, what the fuck is this? Like, I thought I was powerful, but damn.
Yeah. But which is like such a cool. I don't know her angle though, because it's like, okay, like instead of just going in trying to learn, it seems like she's also like, I think you're maybe too powerful and I'm trying to stop you, which is also a weird juxtaposition, because that's kind of what her mother was doing. I think her mother was like, I have to kill you because you're too
out of my
powerful.
control, right?
Yeah,
you're a danger.
So it's like she's become her mom.
That's there's all kinds of angles to this, man. This show is awesome. I love this show.
Well, but now that stinger, I was excited to find out the Agatha angle, but now I'm more excited to figure out, like, is this the real Vision or is this
right? Well, Wanda has created, so I thought that was a beautiful scene. It finally explains, what has happened, whether Wanda was cognizant of it or not, and that her grief drove her, because she has all this power that Agatha is alluding to that Wanda doesn't realize she has. You know, being of spontaneous creation, her grief created, like you were hinting at and kind of, you know, dancing around, but we didn't know the specifics, created her safe space, the environment, the world that she wants to be, not the way it actually is. And so, and that includes, you know, all of her influences growing up, from television all the way down to literally creating the love of her life, like creating Vision again. And a few episodes ago, maybe at the end of the first episode, or during the first or second episode, you might not remember, but you said, I think that heart on the calendar is going to come back in some way. Because remember when she opened up the floor plans, it was Love Vision, you know, plan for the future, and it was in a heart. Like, and that, and so that,
and then she was trying to figure out what that heart was.
That was the whole premise of the first episode. Was what that heart was. Because, but now you know that this had just happened, and the first episode probably starts just moments after we saw what happened here, and so you know all of these little things are translating into the world in different ways, and so that heart from the thing translated onto the calendar as an important. And remember, they were dancing around. It must be an important thing to us. One thought it was a reunion, and you know, but it was just not what they thought came to. Yeah.
That's so smooth. A question. Now, I had thought somebody, when Wanda was in that building, and maybe they did, maybe that guy put that in her car, but also maybe she was just going on like, you know, I've got this deed, you know, I was given this after Vision passed, you know, I'm gonna go like get his body, and I'm gonna like take like almost like a post-mortem road trip to like, you know, try to like
there is a lot of speculation about like how much influence is like Hayward, because he said the things about resurrecting the one you love, and then we didn't see that deed in the car seat until after she left the building. People are speculating that maybe this was in his game plan the whole time.
But I don't think he could
to tease her. But I don't know how he would have that knowledge to be able to do that. I think it was just coincidental in the editing or whatever. Maybe they should have showed it right before or something.
Yeah, maybe
you
so.
know, but I kind of went down that path a little bit too. But you know, that's
because like he couldn't know that she's going to create her own reality. And
right. And if anything, Agatha could have known that, but they're not in cahoots. And Agatha didn't come across this until it seems anyway until after. Like you were saying, it's like she was attracted to all this magic happening. Like, what the fuck is this shit? And she came to check out what was going on. Not that she was there from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, Agatha pretty much said it, like in that basement scene. She's just like, you know, I felt all like powers and stuff that I had never seen before, and I just had to, like, what the hell? How did you do this?
You're creating stuff miles out in town, and
that was
autopilot, completely unaware. I have to like focus and do everything just to get this one familiar to happen or whatever. And you're like doing
like scenes are happening
like on such a level. Like, this is insane. Like, who the fuck are you?
That's so cool, you know, because they stay so true to Wanda's character that she does not actually know how she's doing. You know, she's I think she's starting to realize in herself, it's like her character arc. Like, I am super powerful. Like I don't even know. I don't know how to control it. I don't know what I can actually do.
Right.
You know.
Right. Like the more she grieves, the more she doesn't think about it, the more like, powerful she is.
No, it's really cool. It's like there's just no limit to her power yet. You know.
And we don't know yet, but maybe that's how they'll define the Scarlet Witch, in that she's the one witch that's maybe has no limit. Her limit is only her imagination of what she can do. Because if she can literally create a reality, it's not an illusion either. Because remember, they had the scene when Monica Rambeau got expelled and she was still wearing her outfit from within, and then it apparently had been changed at a molecular level, because the outfit looked like something from the 70s, but it was made out of modern Kevlar, because she went in with Kevlar on. bulletproof vest. So Wanda can literally change molecules permanently.
Yeah.
And then now we know even create them. So that's power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And obviously, when she was first introduced, she can fuck with people's minds. You saw, and you know that's what she did at the beginning of Age of Ultron. She would just real quick and make them hallucinate or whatever.
Yeah, get into the start. Even Tony Stark.
It was Wanda that actually came. Ultimately created Vision in the first place because back in Ultron, because she gave all the Avengers these horror things, and one of them was Tony on one end because he wanted to create Ultron or a protective shield robot, but then also with Thor. Thor had a vision, and he saw all the Infinity Stones in the celestial cloud, and that's when we're introduced officially to with the Infinity Stones. There's somebody out there trying to collect them. It's not a coincidence that the three of them are on Earth and all this. Yeah. And so, like, literally because of Wanda's mind manipulation, Vision came to be in the first place. And
you're right.
Again here, she created Vision twice, ultimately, if you think about it, just in different ways.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome show, dude. Well, we're down to the finale now. So, what's your expectations going into this?
I just, I really want Vision back.
Right.
At this point, I won't, and I kind of wanted to be old school Vision. Like, I know he's got a new look now a little bit. He's been kind of put back together. I don't know when they took him apart to put him back together, but.
Well, maybe to try to understand what was within him or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe it's part of Hayward's plan, to make it was more of a shock to her.
Right. Yeah.
See them all.
To pull them apart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They keep changing. I mean, the cool thing about this show is, like, this episode just basically just laid it all out, but yet.
But it changed all your perspective of what
changed everything, yeah. And now we got Vision.
Well, we are in the finale, so hopefully they won't change it up too much and start resolving things. But
resolve,
the less and it slowly moves from this first episode's a crazy, unique thing you've never seen before because you know how it must be related to the MCU, and over time it's becoming more not formulaic by any means, but more like things are being resolved, so it's becoming more of a an MCU property that you're familiar with, characters and all this. But there's
Well, so it's gonna be interesting if Wanda figures out, like, unfortunately her kids are not real; they're manifestations of her mind. That Agnes is using as like a leverage point, like she's got them all tied up.
Is Vision real inside the hex there? Is that Vision real? Because if he's real, wouldn't her kids be real?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or vice versa. If they're not real, then Vision isn't real either, right? Like, I would think they would almost be tied.
Yeah.
Big questions.
It is a big question. Yeah. Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, this next episode has one of my favorite scenes in all of the MCU, right up there with Vision picking up the hammer. It's like just how that like twists you, like in Ultron. It's like, what? Especially after the scene earlier in the movie when them all like playing a drinking game. Who can lift Thor's hammer? Like that was funny as hell. But and all of these scenes have to do with Vision. Like, it's great. It's funny because I didn't realize this until now, but like they're the ultimate couple because Wanda is so emotionally based, and Vision is like pure logic. They are a balance to each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
He lacks some. He doesn't lack empathy, but you know what I mean. They're just extremes in opposite directions, and that's one more thing that makes them a great couple because they can balance each other out that way.
If it was reversed, like, Vision would be sad, he'd be grieving, but he would be like, well, this is logically, there's nothing really I can do about it except for, you know,
move forward or whatever.
But yeah, honor her and like move forward and stuff. She's the exact opposite. She's so upset.
So upset she changes reality to make it.
Yeah.
I think that was like one of the lines in
really cool
in the drug commercial about something about your reality.
Make your own reality. Yeah. Yeah.
Like they were teasing right there, dude. Like the whole
Yeah.
time, start bomb all the way to making your own reality.
That was so clever.
All right, y'all, we just finished the penultimate episode, and now we're down to the finale, and it is called the series finale. So,
great.
Just letting you know, no, not season, but series. I'm pumped. Chris, you got any final thoughts or predictions or anything before we hit play?
You know, my prediction is I hope, it's more of a hope than a prediction, that we end with Wanda in a better place mentally and back with Vision in its real life state. Somehow,
however that they can do that.
They can do that. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, but yeah, it's ready to see where it goes.
Well, Chris, if you're ready, we will start on go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh, you see how it flashed in the yellow from her vision?
Honestly, I mean, it may have spoiled something and I just didn't get it.
Right.
I'm excited to find out who that witch was, because I did feel like that was something they were trying to, like, hey.
My powers work out here, or did you forget?
Oh. She somehow gets more power.
Remember what happened to her sisters?
Yeah. She got more powerful and got, she's got her power now.
From the undeserving. It's kind of my thing. Pathetic little corner of the world all to yourself.
Like you said, she is a student of the craft. Yeah, she was hit by the car, not by the magic, I guess. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could just. Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Get like a new.
Bishop?
Upgraded.
Is it really you?
Wanda.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Remember, this is Hayward's vision.
Yeah.
I should have told you everything. The moment I realized what I had done.
It's all right, Wanda. I know why you made this world.
Vision. This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Here we go.
Well, cool. Hopefully they can put the old Vision in that new body.
Not forget our side characters.
From in here.
You must be destroyed.
No, then.
Never be able to cover this up.
I won't have to. Wanda canceled her show, so there's no footage proving there was ever more than one Vision.
Trouble is, my friends at Quantico will probably have something to say about your plan when they arrive inside the hour.
I've got a situation and I was hoping you could get here. Inside the hour? Don't shoot. I'm just a messenger.
The Scarlet Witch is not born, she is forged. Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme.
Power
Your
exceeds.
destiny to destroy the world.
She could be friends with your boys, if you like that storyline. Or the school bully even. Really anything. If you could just let her out of her room.
What is this stuff?
This is my man cave. Place to chillax, while the missus is stirring up trouble.
You're Ralph Boner?
Boner.
How is she controlling you?
Nice to meet you, Ralph.
Nice.
I thought she was controlling it.
You let us sleep. We have your nightmares.
No, that's not true. I've kept
Cool
you
way to play with the
safe
witch trope.
in
Yeah.
here.
Like the town turning on her.
You feel at peace.
Damn, Wanda.
Heroes don't torture people.
So cool.
Look at this. Yeah, she's taking down the walls. What a shot that was.
Yeah.
Getting in. Oh no.
Now do you see? You tied your family to this twisted world, and now one can't exist without the other.
Wow, that is Sophie's choice.
Damn. Dragons getting more powerful.
Yeah. Man.
Trouble on
Running
three
all
fronts.
sides.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The incredible shot right there.
But I'm not the true vision. Only a conditional vision. I request elaboration.
I love this. I love this. Because he's logical. He wants to.
He is. He's got like, yeah.
Same story, different century.
Boys, handle the military. Mom will be right.
That's awesome.
Handle
the military.
No, stand down!
I mean, this guy is nuts now.
She's got the yellow eyes now.
Nice tricks.
I like yours too.
Little bastard. Yeah.
Nice.
Have fun in prison.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Field of identity.
My favorite scene.
Naturally. The ship of Theseus is an artifact in a museum. When no original plank remains, is it still the ship of Theseus? If those removed planks are restored and reassembled free of the rot, is that the ship of Theseus?
Quite the predicament.
Neither is the true ship.
That's exactly what's happening
But
to
I
them.
do not have the Mind Stone, and I do not have one single ounce of original material. Perhaps the rot is the memory. I have not retained memories. It is merely being kept from you, a weapon to be more easily controlled. For certainly you are the true vision for you believe yourself to be. But upon meeting you, I have been disabused of that notion. May I?
Wow.
I love
I am vision.
Nice. He's back.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
You don't always have to revert to violence. You can reason your way out of things.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Back to her old tricks.
You see the difference between you and me? That you did this on purpose.
Shit.
You are the Scarlet Witch.
Told you so. Power isn't your problem, it's knowledge.
She's too power hungry. I wouldn't listen to her.
Yeah. Nice.
Take it. I don't want it. Come on, Wanda! This is your fate!
So cool.
I mean, she's got a pretty powerful magic if she could just absorb anything. She's got a great witch laugh.
She does, yeah.
performance problems, Evan? Oh, she's healing. Wait a minute. Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh, she's got those symbols on all sides of the...
She missed on purpose.
Oh.
In a given space, only the witch who cast them can use her magic. Thanks for the lesson.
Thanks for the lesson.
But I don't need you to tell me.
So she saw a vision of herself.
She saw who she was going to become.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah. Nice. She's absorbing all her powers.
She's a quick study, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for the first time,
Hell yeah.
she gets a costume.
Now she's the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Wow. Keep the cool clothes, you got no power.
Make a good cosplayer.
I'll give you the role you chose, the nosy neighbor.
You're gonna need me.
I know where to find you.
Wait. Say, that's some kind of getup you're wearing. Did I leave the oven on, or is that just you, hot stuff?
You live here now.
Not if I see you first, hon.
I know you'll set everything right. Just not for us.
Not for us.
That car.
Still. Walls are closing in. What a complicated family, I tell you. Like,
yeah.
Big day today. Very proud of you both.
A family is forever. You know that, right? Thanks for choosing me to be your mom.
I read somewhere that it's bad luck to say goodbye in the dark.
No, you didn't.
What am I?
Are the piece of the Mind Stone that lives in me. You are my sadness and my hope, but mostly you're my love.
I have been a voice with no body, a body but not human, and now a memory made real. Who knows what I might be next?
it's good writing, man.
Yeah.
We have said goodbye before, so it stands to reason.
We'll say hello again.
So long, darling.
Damn it, Wanda can't have anything.
Got a lot of apologies for making this now.
She's created a lot of. If anything, they might understand some of them because, like they said, they had her dreams, her nightmares. So doesn't justify it, but
I'm sorry for all the pain I caused.
I know.
I love how Marvel's good about like not just having the first introduction as a birth of a character. It's a process.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
many screen hours later, you finally understand. Origin story, as it were.
I mean, she's gone through several movies and
yeah, and a whole show of her own, and she's just now get her origin. So,
ooh,
wow, what an adventure!
That was great. I like that Agatha was part of her creation story in a way. Like when she was calling her the Scarlet Witch, she literally wasn't yet.
Wasn't yet, right? And of course, it always brings in even more characters. Like this is the introduction of Monica Rambeau and the introduction of Agnes as well, or Agatha as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm sure she's gonna come back up.
Yeah, they specifically
like,
chose to like, you're staying here.
Yeah, like, I know where to find you when I need you.
Exactly. Like,
Which is interesting because it could be like, she's under her spell and you like take the mind wraps off for a little bit, find out some information, chain her back up.
Agatha really does seem like not good or bad. She's not a villain. She's no Avenger, but she's not a villain either.
No.
She's just, doing her own thing.
Yeah. I mean, that was a little bad when she like thought she had all the power and she's like, oh, by the way.
Right, of course.
I'm not fixing your town.
yeah. But she was manipulating Wanda to try for her own benefit to try to.
Yeah.
All right, everybody gather
around. Oh, here we go.
The pharmacy looks like the best spot for medical. And evidence collection can begin in the heart. Let's go.
Captain Rambo. They're asking for you in the theater. I was sent by an old friend of your mother's.
A scroll.
He heard you've been grounded.
Who the hell is that?
He'd like to meet with you.
That character specifically, I don't know, but the scrolls, if you remember at the end of the second Spider-Man movie, it was revealed that after credit scene, after going through the whole movie with Nick Fury, the after credit scene was them revealing that they were scrolls the whole time. So scrolls have been introduced, and so that's just another little twist there.
Yeah,
because she's a part of Monica is a part of SWORD, and SWORD is a space agency, as it were, like SHIELD was on Earth. And remember, at the beginning of this series, Director Haywood grounded her because she blipped and came back, and so she couldn't have any space missions. And she's always wanting to go to space. That's her big thing.
Now she's going back.
Right.
During that scene, what I was thinking about was the fact that they ended their first television run in a theater. I wonder if that was like kind of a nod to
absolutely.
We're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't do anything on accident. Really, I mean, there's so many minds working on this. It wouldn't be cool if this means this, then we should do that.
Okay, yeah, it's up.
Beautiful mountains and a lake.
Yeah, beautiful lake. This is like Thanos' house.
He was on the farm, yeah.
He's on the farm, yeah. I hope Vision's here.
Just enjoying some coffee.
Damn.
That's the Darkhold.
Learning, yeah.
That's clearly kind of a couple things in that scene. One, the music underlying it is like a different key of Doctor Strange's theme.
Oh.
And if you remember in the Doctor Strange movie, that he was smart enough to be learning at night while his body slept, and he would separate himself. But the difference here is that her body is still moving around doing something while her spirit side is still, so she's above. And also remember, Agatha said that you're more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, which is Doctor Strange. Now he's the Sorcerer Supreme after the Ancient One died or whatever. So he's the head wizard, and she's the Scarlet Witch is the strongest witch, and so she can not only separate but have both active at the same time. It's not like her physical body has to be asleep. And you're right, that was her kid saying, "Mom," whatever, and that kind of woke her up and she flipped the page or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the Darkhold. Right, she's learning about everything. And then finally, you got to remember that, I know you're wanting to see Vision, but that opportunity is still out there. The one she created went away. But remember what Vision, the creative Vision, did to White Vision, that how he won that battle was to unlock, because White Vision was made up of the physical body of Vision, which had all the memory storage and everything, like he said. And so he unlocked those memories. So there's still a chance. Vision's still out there, just kind of as a new, different form maybe, or whatever, new take on it. But he's still there. That chance, that possibility is still there. So.
Yeah, and he's got the memories of like their time together,
of all their time together. Everything up until none of this, but everything up until the end of Infinity War. So, so yeah, it's not a nice, neat bow, but all possibilities are there. They haven't, ended anything. So.
Absolutely. Wow. Wow.
Right. Now we also learned in. After the season ended and the series is over, that originally Doctor Strange was supposed to be in this show, but they, with COVID and everything, and they went back and redid stuff. They decided to pull him out for different reasons. I think for good reasons, in the sense that this needed to be Wanda's journey, Wanda's victory in the end, and I think they thought that by having Strange in there, trying to help her or whatever, it would take away from her victory, as it were.
I could see that, because this was such
So I think originally the commercials were supposed to be Doctor Strange trying to, help Wanda unplug or whatever, causing doubt. So they never really answered any of that stuff with the commercials, but I think that was the original intent. They are layered in there, as we talked about, in different ways, but I think the original intent was, as I understand it, was Doctor Strange was creating those to help ease her out of her delusion.
Ease her out of it? Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's so neat.
Yeah, absolutely. You said you watched the Doctor Strange trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Which is fine. There wasn't too much spoiler there. The only big spoiler there in that trailer, having not seen WandaVision, was in the trailer has her costume, and that's never revealed until the end of here.
Yeah.
So
what's weird though is like I still didn't really put that together. It's just it seems like through the stages people's costumes change a little bit.
Right. So you just took it.
And I thought she just had a new costume. Yeah.
Right.
I didn't really.
But yeah, this was the big reveal.
For
her being called the Scarlet Witch and
like
the costume.
Stepping up, like she saw the vision from the very beginning of. When she saw the Mind Stone,
right.
So cool.
And people, the theorists out there speculate that, it's not a direct adaptation from the comics. They borrow what they need to make a cool, unique story here. And in the comics, the Scarlet Witch is what's called a Nexus being, and a Nexus being is a being that is constant through all the multiverse. They don't change. They're aware of all variants. Like, there's only one variant. There's only them throughout all the multiverse. Loki will go into all this more about the defining variants and this and that and the other, which is really cool. But it's and if you remember the commercial in the 2000s commercial was about the medication, depression medication, and that medication was called Nexus. So there's little hints or whatever. And so people speculate in this that maybe the Scarlet Witch is an entity. You even dropped that word, that manifests and takes over bodies or whatever. Like there's enough potential in Wanda Maximoff, so the Scarlet Witch, came out of the Mind Stone or whatever, the entity, and merged with her or something like this.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So who they haven't really answered that yet, but who knows? There's a lot of speculation there, but
yeah.
I love this series, man. They're two of my favorite characters now, Wanda and Vision.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I kind of wish I don't understand why she doesn't, like, she doesn't want to hurt anybody. She's, a pretty, a good person. Like I think she felt really bad.
She's good natured, right?
She's good natured. I still don't know why she can't fly out to the middle of wherever she's at. Like, it feels like she, in a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And just put her little hex over it and bring her family back and just be chilling at the cabin.
Right.
And not bothering anybody.
Right. Well,
except for, I guess it would draw people to her because like that witch could find her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just too much
that
power.
might be the thing. Like, and also she might not quite. All of that was created out of her grief, so she still might not be to the place where she can do it consciously. She might not know how to do it, even though she might want to do something like you just said.
Yeah.
Because all that just happened, and she wasn't.
It just happened. Yeah. It
wasn't controlling.
Wow.
It, so.
I love that idea. It seemed like she was doing all that stuff instinctually, but now she's actually studying. She's
studying.
like, I know what I am now.
Right.
And now I'm
so
going to figure out
apparently
how
I can
to
do this shit. So I want to know how to do it consciously.
Yeah.
I want to know how to do it if I want to.
And it's funny because that witch, I mean, she set her up, showed her what the book was, everything,
So she definitely
she is a good teacher.
Yeah, absolutely. She just revealed all of the secrets. I didn't realize that Wanda was such a good student.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the doctor now along those lines, it just came to. I was wondering the same things. Like, why does she just do this consciously? Well, it's because she doesn't really know, and that's why she's studying. But now, if you go back and watch the Doctor Strange trailer, even in the trailer, you can put together that she's clearly making progress because in the trailer, when Doctor Strange first comes upon Wanda and talks to her, they're in this beautiful orchard with the trees and all the white blooming and everything's normal or whatever, and she's just walking around picking the fruits off the tree. But then it cuts to a couple things else in the trailer, and the next time you see Doctor Strange and Wanda talking, it's the exact same scenario, but it's all red around her, magic everywhere, and she's dressed as Scarlet Witch. People think that that's the same scene. It's just when Strange came up, he didn't realize that was a reality that she created. And then he broke through and she let the illusion drop, and she's standing there as the Scarlet Witch in her new hex talking to him. Like, that whole scene might be practice.
Yeah, okay, cool. That would be neat, yeah. Wow, so Doctor Strange is going to, help. I guess that's where you go. You learn as much, then you go to Doctor Strange to learn more. And
right. Well, we don't know what's happening yet in the movie because the movie's not out yet, but people think that, based on what's happening in the trailer, Strange finds her because she might not be trained, but he knows she's powerful.
She's powerful.
And therefore, she's an Avenger, he needs her help. But if you watch the trailer, it's really casting her off as maybe not the bad guy, but they have just different objectives. Wanda is still trying to get her family back, and she's going to do what she needs to do, while Strange is caught up in this multiverse thing and this council judging him or whatever. We don't really know what's going on, speculating that it's the Illuminati. And you watched the trailer and you heard the voice, right? Of the bald guy over the shoulder. It was Patrick Stewart.
Oh.
You need to watch the trailer again. It's clearly Patrick Stewart's voice.
I kind of like.
And
just
Patrick Stewart in Marvel is who?
He is
Xavier.
Xavier, yeah.
You're right.
X-Men, yeah.
Exactly. So that's what the internet's been flipping out over the last 2 weeks since the Super Bowl. It's like, because they didn't show his face, but it's clearly Patrick Stewart's voice in a Marvel movie. So everybody's like, all right. And remember, cool. back to this show was the first tease since Disney and Marvel bought Fox Studios, which own the rights to the X-Men. We got the actor who played Wanda's brother in X-Men, but not in Age of Ultron. So you see how all this is kind of tying together or whatever.
Well, I'm fascinated just for a personal reason. I don't know if you know this. I live in North Salem, New York, which is a very small town. But it's where the X-Men, that's where the Academy's at in the comics.
That's awesome.
So I'm so curious if they're going to bring North Salem, New York into the movie,
there's my house. It's right over that hill. That'd be cool as shit, dude.
That would be sweet.
That'd be cool. That'd be so cool. Oh man. What else do you think? Anything? I mean, this show is awesome. I love this show.
Yeah. It's
Is there anything they didn't answer that's sticking out to you? I mean,
Well, you know, there's just a world of possibilities of where it could go.
Right.
You know, and it's kind of cool, I guess, to leave it open ended with Vision. Like, you know, it would have been nice to see them hanging out in the cabin and whatnot, but but you kind of know it's gonna happen. I mean, you know, he's there.
They're
he's
building
like,
you up. They can, you know.
He's a human. Yeah, it'll probably like have some payoff.
Right.
Like, she'll probably have to make another like Sophie's Choice or something later on in a movie.
Right.
Like, I mean,
well, his final lines, you know, I was an idea, and then it became a body without a mind, and now I'm
a memory.
Right, dude. So
that was cool.
So what's next?
Cool.
You know, the possibilities. If that's all happened, it still worked out. What's next? That's so good, man.
Well, it's neat because he's like everything, and he like, it's cool. It's like, you know, how they say that we are the first beings that can like think about ourselves, kind of outside of. In our place in the universe and whatnot.
Right.
He's like thinking about himself in like all these different.
Right.
You know, like has a memory. And
Carl Sagan would love
this show,
dude.
And I became this. Yeah, and I became this. It's
Where's
neat.
Carl?
And that whole, you know, that conversation about the boats was really cool. You know.
This is one of my favorite philosophers, who's actually was a scientist. This is Carl Sagan. I think he would love this show. Like, just the. What's the word? I don't know. I don't have the words. Just, it's so meta, you know. And just taking yourself out of your box and looking, being objective, to be able to look back upon yourself and to have a greater understanding of the universe that way. Like, it's so good. And the ship of Theseus scene, I love that. That's like one of my favorite scenes in all of Marvel, because it's like, it's so perfectly suited. That's exactly what those two visions would do. Like, you know what I mean? You got a little action before where they're trying to figure stuff out, so they give you a little action, you know, or whatever. But that is probably what would happen. They would reason with each other in the end.
It's like that street epistemology you were telling me about.
Absolutely.
they had that little moment. Yeah, it's so. I mean, it's a really cool show in that regard. And you know, a trope I've always loved. I don't know what, you know, if there's ever been like somebody had a vision of like, oh, this is gonna go wrong or whatever, and they're like, I'm gonna go say, I've got to stop it, and then they somehow end up becoming the reason that it went wrong.
Right.
That story technique just always, I love it.
It
and
works.
I love that.
It so works.
Yeah. You know, and I love that she basically gave the Scarlet Witch all the real power, like, you know, the understanding and, you know, in trying to stop her.
Right. Yeah, she got a little too greedy in seeing her own objectives, Agatha, in that she wanted to get the power and not realizing how much aptitude Wanda really had to, she was listening exactly what she was saying. But it also served the purpose of, you know, for the audience watching in, they were setting the groundwork of how witches and wizards work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, because it was the first introduction of witches. So it's brilliant on like 3 levels. I love this show, dude. I love this show.
Well, I'm so happy you taught me back into watching it and stuff. I mean,
this is probably my favorite of the Marvel shows. Now, that's not to say any of them are bad. But it's so unique. It's hard to just do something like this unique again and again.
No, it really.
And of course, each Marvel project has different creatives, producers and directors and writers on it. So, which is good in the end. You get this diversity of thought about how to approach these timeless stories. And so I'm glad you liked it, man.
I loved it. Yeah, really. Got me excited to
get going again in some Marvel. Well, anything you want to add? Otherwise, we'll wrap this up and move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Well, that's the next one up, huh? Okay.
That is the next one up. All right, Ben. Well, thank you for joining me. And we are going to do it again. Everybody, we really appreciate you coming by. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. Subscribe, come back to more. help joining us with Chris's journey throughout the rest of Phase 4. We're going to get him caught up and enjoy doing it at the same time. And we got full-length uncut reactions over on Patreon. Link down in the description below if you're interested in such things. Otherwise, we will catch you all on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Peace.